Here's a story about the latest online craze taking the world by storm. Wherever you go, even here in Trinidad and Tobago, although the app has not reached our shores yet, people are searching for Pokemon. And it isn't just because school has gone on vacation. Pokemon Go was launched in the US on July 6, and since then, young and old have turned nomadic searching for Pokemon to catch. As Peter Christopher explains, would-be Pokemon trainers in Trinidad and Tobago have been waiting impatiently for their turn to catch them all.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
With the launch of Pokemon Go, these words became a mantra for millions across the world as the application turned many smartphone owners into would-be Pokemon trainers. In one day, the mobile gaming app overtook Tinder in terms of amount of downloads. A couple days later, the app matched and surpassed the number of active users social media giant Twitter currently enjoys. But what is Pokemon Go all about? Well, for those who played Pokemon on your Game Boy back in the 90s, or watched the hit anime series, you may have an idea. We spoke with local Pokemon Go trainer Mikhail Ramnarayan about the new application.
Well, if you're familiar with Pokemon, the objective of the game is to capture as many of the monsters as you can. But the main attraction of the game is that it's GPS based, so what it requires you to do is that you need to walk around. You can't stay in the same place. If you stay in the same place, you'll just get the same monsters over and over. So traveling around like the savannah around here would be an area of attraction where you would pick up, like you'd find a lot of Pokemon.
The game has various local landmarks designated as Pokemon gyms or Pokemon collection areas where Pokemon items such as Pokeballs, which is required to capture the monsters, can be obtained. At the gym, Pokemon Go users can battle in similar veins to battles seen in the video game series once they declare their affiliation to one of three teams. But unfortunately for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, apart from one day, they haven't been able to fully take part in the growing global phenomenon. Until recently, much of the Caribbean had been disconnected from Pokemon servers. However, this week, several Caribbean countries have been brought online, but Trinidad and Tobago, along with Guyana, remains offline.
Hopefully, it should change by the end of the week. The reason being, though, is that the game was really supposed to be launched for Australia exclusively. It launched about 10 days ago in Australia, but what happened was that a lot of people downloaded the game without authorization. So, through the game being GPS-based, the developers found that a lot of players who were playing the game are actually not in Australia. So what they did was they blocked certain countries based on location.
But the buzz is definitely there, as thousands wait for Trinidad and Tobago to be greenlit for Pokemon Go.
I'd probably say 100 or maybe even more, because we have a group on Facebook and there's about 1,500 of us strong, and we all like share the stories from the little one day that we got to play and which Pokemon we caught and whatnot. I personally got 15 in about 4 hours in one day, so I mean it has quite a following already for just one day of activity, you know.
On the Facebook group Pokemon Go Caribbean, an event has already been set up for the first week of August for local players to gather. Mr. Ramnarayan is, however, asking people to be cautious, as the app has been known to cause absent-minded injuries and accidents. But until then, when the servers go online, you gotta catch them all. Peter Christopher, CNews.